So I did my PhD concurrently with BPT, and then I was in my second year of advanced training on a cover shift. And the cover shift was going pretty well, to be honest. Not much was happening. And I suddenly realized I had no plans for my non-core year, and I didn't really know what a non-core year was. So then I started making plans, and that's when I realized that neurology advanced training will accredit a full-time research year. And then it was looking at where I'd like to do that. And I thought Harvard sounded like a good place to go. So then the Fulbright process happened, as Britt and Josh have described very well. And for me, this started in the middle of 2024. So the first half of 2024, I was doing my non-core year full-time research in the Northern Adelaide Local Health Network, so locally. So you can actually have your accredited time kind of split between almost rotations, sort of, where if it doesn't sync up completely properly, you can do kind of segments of which the Fulbright could be a component. So I guess the really kind of important part for me was making sure that it would be accredited. And I liaised with the college ahead of time, and it was the path less well traveled, but they were very supportive and was able to get clear communication in advance of that. So I'd highly recommend it as well. So we'll let you ask some questions, but in terms of next steps, if you are really looking at this keenly, so the way I would do it is look at your training pathways, what you want to do, and then communicate with the college or hospital if relevant. Think about higher degrees by research. So this could be going overseas to do a master's, or say starting a PhD in Australia, then going overseas. And that means you're going to need supervisors for that more often than not. So you're going to need to communicate with them. Then you're going to need to get your site in the USA sorted out. And that means you might need to sort out that contact in the US, as Josh spoke about, going overseas and making those interpersonal connections. And then you can really start locking down the Fulbright application itself with your CV, referees, think about the interview and your proposal and relevant documents. But more so than anything else, if you forget everything that we've said, speaking on behalf of the others, it's reach out to Fulbright, reach out to Fulbrighters. We've all really enjoyed this. I think I've developed personally and professionally, and we would absolutely love to help you. So just reach out via email, LinkedIn, whatever, and we'll help however we can. And I think we've probably got some questions now.